Hey guys, I'm Devin with 3 Supplies, and today we're going to be taking a look at the American Marine PINPOINT CO2 Regulator.
Let's take a look at what's inside the box of the PINPOINT CO2 Regulator. First thing you'll see, we have our power supply. We have the regulator itself. There's instruction manual, 15 feet of silicone tubing. Now, one of the neat things with the regulator itself is it's actually made for the aquarium hobby. It's not just the standard generic regulators. It actually has automatic control, so it keeps the pressure at 36 to 47 psi. So all you really have to worry about is adjusting the bubble count. You have your main gauge to see how much CO2 is left in the tank. Got your air line out. We got a 12 volt DC solenoid, which is actually another really neat feature. With the 120 volt ones, sometimes the regular solenoids can heat up a stick, which could cause an issue. With the low voltage one, that's very unlikely to happen, so it's another layer of redundancy. It also has the standard CO2 adapter and includes a paintball CO2 adapter, so you're good to go with almost any tank. Also in the box, we have a check valve and a couple extra gaskets. And it also includes 15 feet of silicone airline and a screwdriver to adjust it. So pretty much everything you need to get started. Now the power supply is universal, so it works from anywhere from 100 to 240 volts.
Now the install itself couldn't be easier. All you simply do, with the proper regular CO2 tank, screw this on to the front of the valve. Next, what we want to do, if we are wiring in our air line, which goes on the top, slide the nut over your hose, plug it on, and screw it down. This will pressure fit it on. Next, when we're actually hooking it up, we would put our check valve in line. We also want to see what the rate is, so we'll take our bubble counter off. And we fill this with RODI water, so you want this to out of your water filter. Turn on our tank. So once we turn it on, you'll see the gauge jump up. So this is around 1000 psi, so the tank's pretty much full and brand new. Now when we actually apply power to it, a little green light will turn on the solenoid so you know it's working. Alright, now when power is applied, either from your timer or from your controller, you can see bubbles start coming out the bubble counter. And to adjust that, you take your included screwdriver and turning to the right will slow down the bubble count. And turning it to the left will speed it up. So it's just that easy. With your timer shuts it off, instantly stops, and cuts off CO2 to the tank. So it can be 100% automated, and with the 12 volt solenoid, you don't have to worry about it heating up and potentially sticking.
To learn more about the PINPOINT CO2 Regulator, check out the link below at reefsupplies.ca.